Let's talk about fights. We've never had one, but we know you guys have a bunch because, we're perfect and you're not, but...
Say that.
Yeah, they're going to edit the bad stuff out and keep only the good stuff. So let's talk about the Michael Jr. comedy night, marriage night, fight.
Oh, it was just a hard week. We had been traveling a lot.
No, you were traveling.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. We were traveling. See, we can get in a fight right now for you.
I went to Ohio to be with my mom because she was passing away. So it was super emotional. I came back to Michigan because Dave and I had an event with Michael Jr.
What are you talking about right now?
At our church, and it was big. It was sold out. And we were working on this talk, and you guys, I had nothing left. Like, just emotionally, I was drained. Spiritually, I was drained. My mom was dying, and it was really hard. And so Dave and I are working on this talk, and you get a little frustrated.
As I think back about it, I was an idiot. We're a day before, and it sells out, and Ann's coming home. You got home like midnight Thursday night, and this was going to be Friday night, and we hadn't finished our talk for the night. And so I wake up Friday morning like, let's go. We got to work on this talk. We got to nail this tonight. This game time.
And he's a little intense, like, come on, let's do this. And I can barely get out of bed because I'm just sad.
Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention to her tone and her mood. She's like, my mom is dying. I just spent the last 2 days in a hospital room. She hadn't passed yet, but she was very close. And I was such an idiot. I was like, I don't care. That was yesterday. Tonight's important. Come on. And she literally walked through the kitchen and just threw her hands up and went into the other room, and I yelled something. Like, that's really going to help.
Because we're marriage experts.
What we were talking about that evening was some of the content we had done right here in the studio at Family Life today with Marcus Wagner and Chris Godsey on their book called The 4 Habits of Joy-Filled Marriages. How about that one? There's no joy in our marriage in that moment. But one of the habits that I wasn't doing that I had to do right there in the kitchen was listen for emotion. It took me a few minutes, like an hour or two. It really just hit me that, often in conflict, I don't know if you do this, but I do this. I don't care about her. I only care about me and what I want and making my point, not even hearing or listening to what she's saying, but in that moment, feeling.
What I would have done in the past was look at Dave. Like, he has no empathy. He's clueless. He doesn't get it. I don't know if men do it, but we as women can do it, like how our man is wrong and how we are right. So we just go through that. But I've learned enough now. I needed to get this right with God first. It was good for us to separate for a minute, for an hour, whatever that was. Because here's the truth. Dave is not going to meet all my needs. And I get that he was stressed. I knew that. Should he have taken care of my needs of emotionally kind of empathizing? Probably.
Yep.
But before, that would have been the only way I could have gotten back on track instead of going to God. So this time I went to God and said, God, I don't have anything left. And I know Dave's stressed. I know he loves me. And so I'm assuming the best instead of the worst. I know he loves me, God, but I need you to fill me because I can't do tonight, that night we were speaking, without the power of your presence. And I need to not hold this against Dave. So, Lord, Dave's not the one that fills me up. You are. That's big. Dave, you came back in, said, I'm super sorry. Like, I was an idiot.
I was an idiot.
Hugged me.
It didn't go away in a 5-minute I'm sorry, but...
It kind of did, though.
It was me needing to initiate reconciliation by saying I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
When your emotions are high, I hope that you guys will just maybe take a second, pull away, go to God first. He's the one that fills you. He gives you what you need. Pray, and then go back together and kind of confess, this is what was going on. This is what I felt.
When you're vulnerable about where you are, God meets you right there.
Yeah.
And often doesn't just bless you as a couple. He wants to bless others through you. And often it's through our pain. We got up there that night and we told the story of what happened that day. His strength is made strong in our weakness, and then it helps others. So hopefully that helped you. So if you guys want to get some help, like resolving conflict, FamilyLife.com is your source of all kinds of resources.
Hey, and don't let us feel alone, because maybe you've had some conflict too. So
I know you have.
comment below because we want to hear from you too.